Hi there. Now, in the previous second session of the formulas related to coordinate geometry, especially for 11th standard students, we have covered in the last topic the condition when two lines are parallel, the condition when two lines are perpendicular, and when the condition when two lines are coincident. And now we will move a little bit forward, and today we will try to cover other topics like what is the ratio the line will divide the 2 points. See here, the ratio in which the line AX plus BY plus C is equal to 0 divides, the ratio in which the line AX plus BY plus C is equal to 0 divides the line joining A x1 y1 and B x2 y2 is m by n is equal to minus of ax1 plus by1 plus c by ax2 plus by2 plus c. This is the formula to calculate the ratio. Now what do you understand by this? Alright, see here, there is a line here, and this line, there is a point here ax1 y1, there is a point here bx2 y2. If you want to see what is this ratio, what is this is to this ratio of these distances is given by this formula. Now here the line can divide these 2 points internally, or the line can divide these 2 points externally. For example, there is a point A x1 y1, there is a point B x2 y2, and there is a line whose equation is ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. Now this line is dividing these 2 points in some ratio, and that ratio is an external ratio. Means here the ratio whatever you get finally m by n, the result will be a negative value, and here whatever final value you get m by n, the result will be a positive value. No doubt you are writing the formula with a minus sign. The net result finally will be positive if the line divides the line joining these 2 points internally. If this line divides exterior from outside, then the net ratio, the final ratio will be negative. What do you mean by negative? It can be 2 is to minus 3 or minus 2 is to 3. Any one of them will have minus sign. So that is the formula to calculate the ratio in which a line divides the line joining 2 points. So I want you to pause the video here, and next we'll try to cover some other formula and understand the concept. Yes, I'm sure you have copied that. Now let us move to the new concept. See, if I ask you the equation of any line, the equation of any line parallel to ax plus by plus c is equal to 0, ax plus by plus c is equal to 0 is of the form ax plus by plus k is equal to 0. Now did you observe anything? These 2 lines are parallel and their homogeneous part is same. Alright, parallel lines, they differ only by constant. So equation of any line parallel to ax plus by plus c is equal to 0 is ax plus by plus some k is equal to 0, where k is any constant. Parallel lines differ by constant. Now if I ask you to write the equation of any line perpendicular to ax plus by plus c is equal to 0 is bx minus ay plus k is equal to 0. So not only they differ in constant, but the coefficients are exchanged with a minus sign. For example, here if you have plus sign, there you got minus sign, and if you have minus sign here, there you are going to get plus sign. So that's how it is. For example, if I say the perpendicular to 3x plus 2y plus 6 is equal to 0, perpendicular will be 2x minus 3y plus some k is equal to 0. Alright, k can be found out with some condition. Or if I want you to write the perpendicular for 3x minus 2y plus 6 is equal to 0, the perpendicular will be what? It will be 2x plus 3y. 2x plus 3y plus some k is equal to 0. So that is the basic difference. When you ask perpendicular, minus will become plus and the coefficients will be exchanged. No doubt, definitely the constant will also change. So that is how you will find the equation of any line perpendicular to ax plus by plus c is equal to 0 is bx minus ay plus k is equal to 0. Now I want you to take another model wherein which if I say there is a line passing through x1 y1, right, and that line is parallel to ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. Now I raise a question to you. The equation of any line parallel to ax plus by plus c is equal to 0 and passing through x1 y1 is a into x minus x1 plus b into y minus y1 is equal to 0. Alright. So what is this? This is the equation of any line passing through x1 y1 and parallel to ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. So I want you to note down this verbally also. Come on, you can note down. I am dictating. Right? Please write down. The equation of any line passing through point x1 y1, and parallel to ax plus by plus c is equal to 0, and parallel to ax plus by plus c is equal to 0 is a into x minus x1 plus b into y minus y1 is equal to 0. I am sure you copied that. Now since you have understood what the format for parallel is, now you may ask me, sir, if my required line, this is my required line, if this required line is perpendicular to ax plus by plus c is equal to 0 and passing through x1 y1, then what will be my answer? No change. Here you are going to have b into x minus x1 minus a into y minus y1 is equal to 0. Let me repeat for you. The equation of any line passing through point x1 y1 and perpendicular to ax plus by plus c is equal to 0 is of the form b into x minus x1 plus a into y minus y1 is equal to 0. So you may note down and try to understand these are the different forms. Whenever there are parallel or perpendicular formats given to you, you can work out problems in this way. Alright, so I want you to pause the video, draw these figures and then move on for the next concept. Right. So I am sure you copied the previous part. Now let me ask you, what is the difference between point of concurrency and point of intersection? Are they same? Let me see. See, whenever only two lines pass through one point, that point is called point of intersection. Whenever only two lines pass through point of intersection, and whenever more than two lines pass, infinite, then that point is called point of concurrence. Alright. So whenever two lines pass, it is called point of intersection, and whenever more than two lines pass, it is called point of concurrence. Now let us try to realize and understand the general formula. How to find the point of intersection when for the two given lines using cross rule method, right? To find point of intersection, using cross rule method. I call that as cross rule method. For example, a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0 are the two lines given to you. In order to find the point of intersection, what am I going to do? Alright, I will first write a1, right, b1, c1, a2, b2, c2. Now, alright, I will write this as, see, usually what you do to find the point of intersection, you eliminate x, that they get the value of y, you eliminate y, then get the value of x. In cross rule method, what you are going to do is, you are going to write x, y and 1. You are going to write as x, y and 1. Now, what is the coefficient of x? You will write a1, a2. What is the coefficient of y? You will write b1, b2. And below 1, you will write the constants. The constants are c1, c2. Now, once you write that, you will write x by something is equal to minus y by something is equal to 1 by something. Now don't ask me why we write minus y by something. The rule is like that, right? So you first write xy1, then followed by the respective coefficients you have mentioned here, that you will write, then you will write x by something, minus y by something, and then 1 by something. Now what is it something? When I said x by something, close this connected column and this row. So you are left with b1, c1, b2, c2. Take the determinant of that. What is determinant? You have learned in mathematics. In matrices chapter, you will come to know. As of now, I can just tell you, it is b1, c2. Down means positive, up means negative, minus b2, c1. And always from left side, you should go down, right? And from right side, you must come down. So b1, c2 minus c1, b2, right? Next, minus y by something. Close this row and close this column. So it is a1, c2. Sorry. It is a1, c2, minus C1, A2. Similarly, you will write 1. So it is A1, B2 minus A2, B1. Alright, so you will write things in this way. Once you have written these things in this way, what you are going to do? You are going to equate. Now when I equate this, x by B1, C2 minus C1, B2 is equal to 1 by A1, B2 minus A2, B1. So therefore, what is x is equal to b1 c2 minus c1 b2 by a1 b2 minus a2 b1. Like that you will get the x coordinate or abscissa. Now if I equate y coordinate, I will write minus y is equal to, this will go up, it will be a1 c2 minus c1 a2 by a1 b2 minus a2 b1. So y is equal to, send this minus sign there. When you send this minus sign there, things will interchange. It is c1 a2 minus c2 a1 by a1 b2 minus a2 b1. So therefore, the point of intersection is, you will write that b1 c2 minus c1 b2 by a1 b2 minus a2 b1, comma c1 a2 minus c2 a1 by a1 b2 minus a2 b1, right? Though it is not that much helpful, but in some of the cases you will require this methodology to determine the point of intersection. You are clear with what is the difference between point of intersection and point of concurrence. If you find point of intersection, means it is point of concurrence, right? To become point of concurrence, one more line has to pass to the same point, is it not? So this is the methodology. You perhaps, it may be difficult to look things with a1, b1 and c1, a2, b2 and c2. You take the real numbers here like 2x plus 3y plus 5 and x plus 2y minus 5, something like that. Try to solve and then you see, you will understand this method more clearly. So I want you to pause the video and then we'll move forward and understand the concept for pencil of lines. You may copy the video. Yeah. See, in the previous pattern we have understood what the point of intersection is. Now what is point of concurrence? Whenever I told you more than two lines pass through a single point, this point is called point of concurrence. Point of concurrence. Now sometimes you may get a question like, show that the lines a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0, a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0, and a3x plus b3y, because third line has come into picture, c3 is equal to 0 are concurrent. He may ask you to show that these three lines are concurrent. There are two methods in which you can show the lines that are concurrent. The first method is you try to solve these two lines. When you solve these two lines by any method, what you get is a point of intersection. Now if this point of intersection, if you substitute in the third equation, and if the equation satisfies, then point of intersection will become point of concurrence. Because it became point of concurrence, more than two lines are passing and hence it is the third line, and therefore these three lines are concurrent. This is first method. I will repeat. You will first solve two lines, you will get point of intersection. Once you get point of intersection, take the point and substitute. If it satisfies, point of intersection will become point of concurrence. If it becomes point of concurrence, then means these three lines are passing through the same point, so therefore the lines are concurrent. That is one method. Second is the determinant of a1, b1, c1, a2, b2, c2 and A3, B3, C3 is equal to 0. Now how do you calculate the determinant? See here, it is A1 into B2 C3 minus C2 B3 minus B1 into A2 C3. Please here, B1 into, you will close this column, you will close this row, A2 C3 minus A3 C2 plus minus plus what? Plus C1 into, close this row and column, A2 B3, it is A2 B3 minus B2 A3 minus B2 A3 is equal to 0. So this condition, if it satisfies, you can say that the given lines are concurrent. Given lines are concurrent. And to find the point of concurrence, you can solve any two lines. Why first two? You can solve these two, and what you get is a point of concurrence. Now one more interesting fact, let me put to your notice that when more than two lines are passing through a same point, let us say there is a line here, there is a line here, there is a line here, there is a line here. These lines, when they are passing through one point, they have a peculiar habit. All the lines will be of the form AL1 plus BL2 is equal to 0. Now this is a concept of pencil of lines. What is AL1 plus BL2 is equal to 0? If L1 is any one of the line and L2 is one of the line and both of them are intersecting, then the equation of any line, let me tell you, if L1 is equal to 0 and L2 is equal to 0 are two intersecting lines, then the equation of any line passing through point of intersection of L1 is equal to 0 and L2 is equal to 0 is AL1 plus BL2 is equal to 0. AL1 plus BL2 is equal to 0 or L1 plus lambda L2 is equal to 0. In fact, this is derived from this only. How do you derive? Let us say you divide the entire equation by A. So you'll get A plus B by A L2 is equal to 0. What is B by A? B is a constant, A is a constant. Constant by constant is a constant. So it is L1 plus lambda L2 is equal to what? 0. Right? So the equation of any line passing through point of intersection of L1 is equal to 0 and L2 is equal to 0 is of the form AL1 plus BL2 is equal to 0, or if I want to mention that only in one variable, I will say L1 plus lambda L2 is equal to 0. Children, this is a very, very important concept, and most of the time the questions are based on this concept in your board examination and also in competitive examinations. So I want you to pause the video, copy this stuff. This is also called as pencil of lines passing through this point of concurrence, and this is the general format. So pause the video, copy, and then we'll move for the next concept. Right. So I'm sure you copied the concept of pencil of lines. Let us move forward with angle between two lines. All right. Let us say if theta is the angle between, if theta is the angle between a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0, then cos theta is equal to modulus a1 a2 plus b1 b2 by under root of a1 square plus b1 square into under root of a2 square plus b2 square. A very, very important formula. I am writing modulus because I am saying the acute angle. If theta is the acute angle between the lines, so and so. Alright. So if there is one line, there is one line, and this is acute angle theta. How do you find theta? By this formula a1 a2 plus b1 b2 by root of a1 square plus b1 square into root of a2 square plus b2 square. And we all know that if a1 a2 plus b1 b2 is equal to 0, what does it mean? If this part is becoming 0, then 0 by anything is 0. Cos theta is equal to 0. When is cos 0? Cos is 0 only when the theta is 90 degrees. So if a1 a2 plus b1 b2 is equal to 0 implies theta is equal to 90 degrees, or lines are perpendicular, Now this is one way of dealing things related to angle. I would also say if theta is the angle between, the lines whose slopes are m1 and m2, whose slopes are m1 and m2, then tan theta is equal to modulus m1 minus m2 by 1 plus m1 into m2, right? So this is also a formula to understand the angle between two lines. And again I am mentioning this is acute angle, therefore this will be modulus. And here if m1 m2 is equal to minus 1, what will happen if it is minus 1? It will become 1 minus 1 0, anything by 0 is infinity. Theta is equal to what? 90 degrees, means lines are perpendicular. And if m1 is equal to m2 is equal to m2, what will happen? Both will be cancelled, you will get 0. 0 when anything is 0. Tan theta is 0. When is tan 0? When the angle between them is 0 degrees, it means the lines are parallel. Alright. So please always remember, whenever theta is equal to 0, lines are parallel in same direction. And if theta is equal to 180 degrees, you will say lines are parallel but in opposite direction. Please try to remember, there is a line here, both of them are in same direction. Angle between them is theta, which is equal to 0. There is another line here, now angle between them is 180 degrees, but they are parallel, right? But they are in opposite direction. So this is a concept you need to understand. And now we will stop the video here. I want you to pause the video, copy this stuff, practice and go through this formula again and again, and then we'll come with the next session, hopefully the last session, where most of the concept of the straight lines are covered, like orthocenter, circumcenter, incenter, or foot of the perpendicular formula or image formula. All those we'll try to cover in our next session and close this topic of straight lines. So meanwhile, keep practicing and keep liking and sharing. Thank you, take care, and bye-bye.